All right, welcome back to Log Science. This is Types of Ecosystems, Unit 7, Lesson 4. This is Part 2 of our ecosystems portion. So let's continue on. And our target is still the same. I will learn about different types of ecosystems. My success criteria is still the same as well. It is I know I have it when I list similarities and differences between the various ecosystems. So, what are we going to do today? Again, we're going to go ahead and do the lesson. Then we're going to do our key vocabulary. Then you're going to have a vocabulary quiz. Uh-oh. Actually, I'm not sure if it's a vocabulary quiz. It might be just a check on learning. We'll see when we get there. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think I might have wrote the wrong thing right there. But we'll see. You'll have something to do afterwards. So, desert ecosystems. There's a picture of a desert ecosystem. Doesn't look too fun to be living there right now. It might be fun to visit, but to stay, I don't know. I've been in the desert quite often and for a substantial length of time. And, it has its ups and downs, put it that way. So, deserts cover more than 1/5 of the Earth's land. They are found on every continent. Deserts receive less than 10 inches of rain per year. Deserts are dry and hot, but some are cold as well. Average temperatures in the desert in California is 63 degrees Fahrenheit to 84 degrees Fahrenheit, but can get as hot as 114 degrees Fahrenheit. I've had it cooler than that in the desert in California once. I remember going to bed or laying down one night on top of my tank and a sleeping bag, and it was cool. So I put my sleeping bag on a few times I did there. And when I woke up, there was snow all over me. So yes, it does get cold in the desert sometimes. Desert plants may have to go without fresh water for years at a time. They have adapted to the dry climate by growing long roots that tap into water from deep within the ground. Plants such as cacti have special means of storing and conserving water. Many desert plants can live to be hundreds of years old. You ever seen a cacti? Whenever you go up to the local Home Depot or Lowe's, you'll find them. Just take a look at them, kind of touch them, not the prickly part, but the rest of it. And see how they feel. They have different types, and they have different type of protection systems, of course, but just take a feel on them. Tell me what you think. Some desert plants are covered with tiny hairs that reflect the sun and prevent evaporation. They look gray from a distance. Some plants, such as rabbit brush, have tiny leaves to prevent evaporation. Big sagebrush has two types of leaves. Large leaves grow quickly and absorb water. These leaves fall off during the rest of the year so the plant can conserve water. Big sagebrush has three types of roots. Shallow roots absorb rapid rainfall. Longer roots that soak up any water in the soil. And large tap roots that can extend up to 6 feet or more, that go way down in the ground. Many types of cactus are able to store water in their spongy tissue to save for later. Cactus leaves are spines to protect them from predators. Some of the animals in the desert. Avoiding activity during the daytime when temperatures are high. They find cool places to hide, such as burrows, shade plants, and create dens. Having large ears to cool the blood vessels, and shedding extra fur or feathers in the summer. Herbivores. Mammals such as mice, rats, rabbits, sheep, deer, squirrels, and prairie dogs all live in the desert. Birds such as quails and doves. Insects such as butterflies, moths, ants, and aphids. Reptiles such as tortoises and iguanas, like this one. Some of the carnivores are mammals such as coyote, fox, bobcats. Bobcats always look cool. They got them really pointy ears that stick up like that. Birds such as owls and hawks. Arachnids such as spiders and scorpions. Scorpion down in the lower left-hand corner. Reptiles such as snakes and lizards. Decomposers such as fungi, bacteria, earthworms, and dung beetles. Now our next ecosystem would be the rainforest. There's a picture of a rainforest. Ooh, check out one of its. Tropical forests are characterized by the greatest diversity of species. They occur near the equator. Because the equator is evenly heated by the sun, the average temperature of the 3 warmest and 3 coldest months do not differ by more than 5 degrees. The amount of rainfall is also about the same all year round. Average rainfall in the rainforest is around 70 to 80 inches. Quite a bit. Plants. More than half of the world's plants live in tropical rainforests. They produce about 40% of the Earth's oxygen. 70% of the plants are trees. There are 4 layers of plants in the rainforest. The top layer is called the canopy, which blocks most of the light. The tallest trees have no side branches due to lack of light. Many plants have brightly colored flowers and strong, sweet-scented fruit to attract insects and animals. The leaves of the trees have adapted to cope with large amounts of rain. The leaves are big, thick, and waxy, and have drip tips to let the rain run off quickly. Some trees have roots in the air to catch moisture. Look how this root is going. Pretty cool, huh? And let me back up a little bit. There's a picture of a drip tip. Reason why they got drip tips because they want to catch some of the water, but they don't want it to weigh down the tree, so they want it to drip off without damaging the tree. Some plants grow on the branches of the tall trees, such as over here. That's another plant growing on that tree. Most trees have smooth bark to keep other plants from climbing or living on them. There are many carnivorous plants in the rainforest. There are many types of plants that have climbing vines, like this one, climbing vine. That will eat that fly. Carnivorous. It will eat meat. Some of the common plants are grass, has long, narrow leaves to prevent water loss. Grass have deep underground roots and runners above the ground to spread out. Grass leaves all come from their base of the plant, so they can be eaten and stepped on by animals without being damaged. Many animals are adapted to be good at climbing since there are so many trees. They use camouflage and mimicry to disappear in the rainforest. Camouflage would be like this right here. It's camouflage. It looks like a leaf, doesn't it? Kind of mimicking also the leaf, and so it's hard to see. Some are poisonous and use bright colors to warn predators to leave them alone, like the little frog over there. Pretty birds, beaks, feet, and feathers with special designs. Many birds eat nuts and develop big, strong beaks to crack open the tough shells. Like on the left. In the middle, tree birds have long toes so they can perch easily on the branches. Then on the right, the jacana has extremely long toes so it can walk on lily pads without falling because it spreads out the weight, it distributes the weight evenly across the leaf. Herbivores, such as elephants, fruit bats, tapirs, gorillas, howler monkeys, iguanas, hummingbirds, tortoises, capybaras, leaf-cutting ants, manatees, and hippopotami all live in the rainforest. Carnivores such as leopards, tigers, and other big cats, crocodiles and caimans, anacondas and other snakes, harpy eagles. It's a pretty cool looking eagle, huh? Some of the omnivores are monkeys, marmosets, chimpanzees, bears, coatimundi, kikajoa, and lemurs. Scavengers include vultures, ants, and millipedes. Decomposers include fungi, worms, bacteria, termites, and cockroaches. That's a pretty big cockroach over on the right there, huh? So that's all we're going to talk about today. 2 today. Got another 2 or 3 to think tomorrow. And so I hope you enjoyed that one. Go ahead and take your vocabulary quiz. Study your vocabulary, then take the quiz. And I'll see you next time for Lock Science. Bye, guys.